Okay. Yeah, for some reason, once in a while, my router like decides to go all weird and kind of just unsync from the rest of my network, and so just happen to do that right now. But I guess this is around the time like where a lot of the dynamic IP addresses kind of shift and things like that. So I think sometimes that's what's happening here, and so I just happened to fuck up my connection right now. So hopefully that won't happen again. So I think that's just what was happening this year. I happened to be streaming at that rollover time, you know. Um, but that definitely made Game Maker hated that shit. So, oh, I'm good. That's why I was able to come back so quick, you know. Got the router right next to me, man. Make sure, just specifically because of that kind of shit right there. So, because like I said, just speculation on why, but like right around now, like 3 a.m., most people's time anywhere in the world is when most of our routers kind of reset and recheck like the dynamic IP list. And I think that just happened right now, which sometimes makes like my router that I'm on, not my main one, it causes like an issue of like me not my net not synchronizing right. And so like and I know this because I have like a redundant net connection on my shit, so I can tell like, oh, if I'm this I have internet to the house, so to speak. It's just my network loop isn't synchronized, and so just have to reset one of my routers and I'm back. It's just like 3 a.m. is generally that time that happens. And generally speaking, that doesn't happen too often to me because it's like, you know, your stuff kind of does adapt to your normal network, traffic in and out. But yeah, it just kind of kicked me off for a second there. Okay, I think we'll quote this for now. So, um, we'll close that, and then let's go. I want to open up the Thunderbird. It's so funny because it starts on death. um, it's like, look at me pose. So that's what it looks like there. But I did get a chance to mess with this a little bit more. As you can see, I added like some glowing eyes. I changed the beak a little bit. And I figured now is probably good as time as any to start creating some of the lightning, right? That's what we're all here to see. It's like, oh, it's a big black bird. Who gives a shit? We want to see some sparks out of this motherfucker, right? So that's what I'm here to bring. Go bring the sparks. Yeah, thanks everyone, of course, for sticking around during that little blip in my broadcast, of course. Okay, so there's gonna need to be a couple of different okay. So I think I'm gonna do. Okay, well, not falling, flying. Ooh, there could be some falling too. Shit, that'd be kind of cool. Uh oh. But at least lightning doesn't take too long to make. At least once you get everything set up, it can be kind of quick. So that's kind of, we might add a little more than not. You know, I was kind of talking myself down from trying to get too elaborate because we all saw what happened with the robot attack dog, right? That shit went way too fucking long. Just had to get all fancy with the animations and shit. Just don't want to do too much of that. See, every single one of these can have fucking lightning happening. You know what I mean? In unique, different ways. Oh, oh god, I could just see it already. Damn it! I hate it. It gets stuck in my head, and then it's like, so you just have to do this and that. Oh, arguing with myself. Don't mind me. Okay, let's start with idle. That's the bottom. Okay. Does the controller ever move? Let's see. I'm trying to figure out where I want to base my lightning voxels out of. See how the controller moves on this one. So yeah, the controller's probably not going to be the fucking place after all. Probably is going to be something like the body, since that's the next line of route. So it'll give me another node to make the lightning sparks down here somewhere. So just some considerations to think about before creating new nodes off of a template type file. As you know, I kind of broke this already. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a new child node. I'm going to call this Sparks. I'm just going to get in the habit of this, since it's kind of like I'm going to call it Sparks controller, so maybe that way they won't fucking bitch at me. But I'm going to turn off the collides on this one, because I don't necessarily want the collision. There's like an arbitrary collision on this, which is probably going to max out on the side, so it's like I want to shut off the collision on that since there's nothing in there. That's a relatively new feature that's been enabled. And I don't really know if that's like this. I don't think that's beans, because obviously we can use it. We can click it on all. Like my box says, the same version that all you guys have. So if it's there, and I know it's active, this is active. This collides thing. So theoretically, you can make beams of light now in your animated assets that won't hit the player character. Things like that. Let's say you have like swinging branches or swinging vines from some kind of post. Like those swinging vines may not won't hit your avatar if you click off those collides on that node. I haven't tested that specifically. I just have been informed that is active. Node to palette. Alright, oh my god. Just making random voxels, don't mind me. Okay. This will be interesting to see. Oh, it's a little too bright. Let's try you. Because I'm looking to create, that spark, and I'm trying to figure out which color I want to use in this instance. It's 32. I mean, it's pretty big. So let's just go ahead and see what a 32 by 1 looks like, shall we? See if I can even hide this in that chest. Ooh, it's peeking out a little bit, but I do like that base color for this particular thing. But let's see about other sticking out. Okay, needs to be smaller. So let's go down to 28. And so those of you interested in doing the whole lightning thing and saving yourself some time, because you'll see what I mean by the animations and how I'm checking all this right now to make sure that one bar isn't peeking out. because essentially, like, no matter how many of those little lightning bolts I make, they're all going to be contained in that same space as the first one I just plopped in there. So I'm just going to keep duplicating over and over again that same thing, and connecting it parent-wise, and so that way it maximizes the space that for hiding purposes there. So, oh, hey Leo. Yeah, wow. Yeah, yeah. You say hi to chat, buddy? Yeah. All right. Leo saying hi. Yeah. Let's see how big this thing is. Okay, yeah, that's good size. I did just use a number, didn't I? I'm gonna go back and change that. So I haven't ran into it myself personally where it's an issue, but like how I've heard that sometimes if you name something with numbers, it could mess up the in Game Maker. That was just came from one of my last leads. We were going down a troubleshooting list on stuff, and that kind of like honestly it scared me a little bit. I'm like, shit, like I don't want that to ever come up. So I'll just gonna use letters then, you know. Oops, I totally messed that up. I hit duplicate. And there's not really no like set number that I'm making here. I'm like however many nodes it takes to kind of just get where I'm going. That's how much I use. I'll make the bends, you know, and things like that in the arcs if it's a little more than I maybe expected. So you don't always have to necessarily plan out like every single one of the in this instance, like where these are going, and how you can see like how all of them are still just contained in this one bar right now. And so that's kind of why I'm doing what I'm doing, and not touching things, and how you saw me kind of test all the different animations to make sure it wasn't poking out in any of them. And if it was, not a huge issue. Basically, if I can just move it in, you know, the controller in the starting keyframe and all the different animations. You know, if for some reason, you know, you do have to kind of get a little fancy with your hiding, should you ever want to do some of these sparks too. Okay, what was that? It's fine there. Alright, that'll work. While we're here, let me go ahead and verify if that isn't poking out in any of these other animations. Okay, so far so good. So far so good. Take off. Cool. Yeah, this is good. This animation is how long? 11 seconds. So basically, I stopped here because this is probably where I'm going to have the first spark kind of show its presence. I'm also going to make sure it doesn't move until I tell it to over here. It's probably only going to be like a second long, this whole thing. Hey, Archfluid, welcome. Here, we're going to have this move out now. I'm just giving myself kind of like arbitrary lengths and whatever right now. So I'm going to do this because it's going to be way easier going forward if I just do this. The stream can't load for you. That's weird. Huh. Oh, that's weird. Yeah. Yeah, since the stream's not loading, for best to just type that out in chat. That's because you knew. There you guys go. The back and forth begins again. Well, you know, better than boring, right? Sort of messed up, but easy enough fix. Okay. Alright. Ikea made it. So, yeah, it's pretty weird. But the important thing is you're back now. So, yeah. Paste. I'm so used to copying and pasting. Jeez. Okay. Let's see how that works. Nice. Okay. And we're on our way. Does that? Oh wow, it does, huh? That's pretty trippy. Marley Man's streams as well. Huh. Try and keep the quality content from me, I guess, you know? I know, isn't it though, Keon? Okay, let's see. Back to you. I think I might want to turn this on and off, you know? Why is that moving? It shouldn't be moving anywhere, motherfucker. It should be the exact same fucking keyframe. Yeah, there we go. Why is it doing that now? Motherfucker. This is gonna do that, I guess. It wants to put between there. Make that smaller. I'm gonna copy all of these. Okay. Thanks. Okay. Let's see if I can make this guy even shorter. Yes, at least a little bit. Okay. Nice. Alright, our Thunderbirds are getting some lightning. Not quite exactly what I'm questing for yet, but definitely closer. Okay, cool. You know, we're gonna let's break it up a little bit with the midstream marbles. So I'm gonna get another drink anyways. It'll be a short run. We'll do a couple, just 2 races right now. I'm gonna pull up my winner sheet here. Hey, Tom Voxel. Made it just in time for a midstream marbles race. Oh, I think you might have voted a little too quick there, Foxmaker Mark. Go ahead and try and hit vote number 3 again. See if it'll put you on there. And I'll be right back while I refill, like I mentioned. Welcome again, Tom Voxel. I'll be right back. like I said, we got 2 races, 2 maps to vote on. Try hitting vote on that map again, Boxmaker Mark. I think he might have just done it a little too early. And then we have one more map, whoever wants to suggest something. Alright, let's get the race started. Hey, Nick Skull. Hey, George. Welcome, and thanks for the follow. Everyone, this is one of my local buddies here, George, that you see as our first time chatter. If you want to, this is a marbles game, George. So if you type !play in the chat, you'll have your marble pop up, and then it's kind of like a gravity simulator that happens here. I was telling George a little bit about what we do here at the Sandbox on offline conversation. So we got Woke Zombie, our homie here. We're thinking about working on a game contest together here. So how many we got? We got 9. That's a good number. Gonna get going here pretty soon. So this is more just like a quick mid stream break. As you know, we're gonna try to raid on over to Half Dork when he comes on about hour 10-ish minutes. And I'm glad I waited because we have Maxi. Give Maxi time to jump in. Looks like we got Buckshot for the first one, which is good. You know, one of those that isn't necessarily about getting to the finish line first. Alright, I think we got everyone who actually is present and ready to play in here, I think. So let's go ahead and start it. And we're off. No one's been able to dethrone Huddle Hill yet as our most accurate ball. Boxmaker Mark wants to be first to the show, it looks like. Well, maybe me, though. Yeah, cool. Good luck, Maxi. I had this idea about the shirt, like you saw there, after the whole Outer Studios shirts thing. And like I said, kind of a good test just for some of the concepts I have for the whole concept of like novelty shirts and shit for the Sandbox. I was pretty pleased with the results. Especially kind of, it's like a relative gray area in the sense of like what I'm doing here with my entry, but we'll see. Hey, here we go. First one's up. Looks like Voxmaker Mark beat me, so that's kind of cool. Comes George and Caratros. Ooh, George takes 2. That was amazing fucking bounce though from Huddle Hill when that happened. I remember that. That was a good fucking bounce. Oh. Tom Voxel. Ooh, a little high, a little high. Boxmaker Mark hits the mark again with win. Alright, let's make a note of that. Quick gander at the points. Got 10 for Boxmaker Mark, 6 for George, and 4 for Woke Zombie. Let's go to the next map. Yeah, these are all rights-free music that I found over the years, and some that, well, at least a handful of songs are from a friend of mine. There's a lot of good rights-free music that you can find on the interwebs for streaming purposes, especially. You know. This is just a flat-out race. So exclamation point play again if you want to get in on this round of the round and round with the marbles. Caratross fashionably late again. Yes, you can actually do bets on. I just don't have it set up to do that on some stuff. The channel points that you get, like I know you're familiar with Twitch. I still have the channel points set up to do that. But maybe I will. I mean, kind of one of our other friends and colleagues in the streaming space here for Sandbox, Odd24K, does different bets on his races, which are a lot of fun. So I'm still getting a lot of my bells and whistles set up for my stream here. I do plan to update my animated avatar soon. And actually, I may be able to make it more dynamic, like Game Dizzy's, everyone's favorite cartoon bear. In the sandstorm, that is, you know. So, see how it goes. I'm gonna hit play here in 20-ish to 30-ish seconds, like most people like to do, anyways. Or the lag in the internet, sometimes the actual lag from the internet. Around that time, always 20 something, 30 seconds. Good amount to stall. Alright, let's do this round and round. So we'll get back to doing some more lightning. And everyone's off. We got 3 laps. Oh yeah, this is the shorter one. Uh-oh. I see some rig bullshit going on with me there. Okay, that's good. Tom Voxel, though, has got a really strong lead. Old Zombie, not too far behind. Nobler, and I just made a huge move on the inside, but Tom's still got that good angle. Look at that. Nobler, though, testing. Nobler's testing. Oh, now Keeper in the number 2 slot. But Nobler says, nope, I want that spot back. Maybe. Nope, not quite. Not quite. Let's get into a close race here between Tom and Keeper. See what's going to happen. Oh, Nobler comes out of nowhere. Take the lead in the final lap. Will he be able to hold on to it? Keeper with the boost there. Coming up into the final turn here. There's the finish line. We got Keeper. It's a pretty good lead. I don't think that's going to be... Yep. Keeper top shot. Comes in with a W. That was a pretty close race, though, wasn't it? Alright, let's see how the points settle. Got Nobler in number 3. Boxmaker Mark number 2. I guess that means Keeper top shot. Coming in with the win. Yeah, I saw you like way back there on that last one, Karatros. That's very unusual for you. You have a pretty strong showing a lot of these marbles races. Yeah, I'll probably do a few more here before the stream's over, or because got a little more time. Yeah, it's always fun to kind of do that before. Do some marbles before heading over to Half Dork. Great tutorial, channel for Sandbox stuff. And then a lot of times I'll do the game maker a little bit before that too. Kind of get us in the mood, I guess, in that sense. But the marbles, kind of helps kind of give that like break, I'll try to do a little variance here. That must have been it, Karatros, why you're so far back behind on that one. Uh-oh, I see something I messed up. Okay. Right there. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, okay. That's not, okay, now I should be good. Let's see. Yeah, okay, cool. Buzz. Alright. I can have so many lightning things coming off the sky if I want to. I was just thinking about it right now. Kind of be like crazy, electrifying all over. Pretty close after. It's right here, probably. Just kind of wondering if I'm going to have like two of the sparks at the same time, which I guess I could. I was kind of thinking if I should do that right now, actually. So like when the second one comes out, have another one. Why not? Oh yeah, Breakfast of Champions, Karatros. Okay, so I gotta get rid of all these fucking keyframes. Myself 1 seconds or so right there. I see, that's the problem right there. Okay, so all of these motherfuckers back. Make sure nothing else is selected when I do this. So that's why I was kind of clicking off there for a second. So what's the difference, would you say, Karatros, between American peanut butter and Brazilian peanut butter? Because I have no idea what the fuck that means. You know what I mean? I'm kind of curious. Dry, tastes like wax. Okay, I can see why from that description. Yeah, that why you'd prefer the American style. Yeah, sugar, compacted. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Not really creamy. Oh, it's interesting. That's funny though. Dry and like wax. I hope that doesn't mean you're going around eating a bunch of wax, Karatros. But I mean, hey, if that's your secret behind like being so good at your creations, then hey, maybe it's worth it. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, I mean, Brazil nuts. I mean, are those what are those called in Brazil? I mean, is it just nuts in Brazil, or are they still just called? These are Brazilian nuts. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really have a preference personally. Kind of like what gets the job done in the moment, you know. See now, what? How do you pronounce that A? So para nuts, or is that like, you know, is that changed it to allow aid sound? You know, para. Okay, so it came from so para. Okay, so that's good to know. See, especially us Americans, we never would fucking know that shit. You know what I mean? You know, they don't tell us that kind of shit. Those nuts are grown in Para, in Brazil. All we know is they're Brazil nuts. You know, it's pretty fucking racist if you think about it. You know. So I can't think of a nut that's specific in a region of America, but they just call it American nut. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just like. Well, actually, not privileges. So I'm in Southern California. We take the accent out of everything. You know? You know, I think that ironically, like how that precise Southern California accent, as people call it, I think it came from the fact that there's so many different cultures here that everyone has to like kind of try to speak really fucking precise, because you know they kind of, you know, the essentials have to be understood from different native speakers in that sense of different cultural languages, things like that. So yeah, it's a Thunderbird after all, you know. They didn't necessarily pay me just to color a template fucking black after all, you know. Gotta make something kind of unique and cool about it. Except right now it's gonna be broken because I didn't fucking close any of it. Always a little bit of tediousness that goes along in creating in here. Okay, let's go to gander. All right. Yeah, sure. What I'm making. This is a mythical creature, the Thunderbird, which is a big, oversized crow or raven, and this model here is going to be part of the Sandbox game, which is a play to earn kind of multi-experience kind of game, because you can make anything on the lands for the most part using the game maker software. And so since we're here and since I got this far, let me I'm gonna do what's called put it in. I'm gonna upload it to the marketplace so I can put it in the game maker software, and we'll go ahead and look at it for one of the first times here in the game maker itself, so you can see how the program that I'm using is called Voxedit. This is the one where you create the actual 3D models in and such. And the other one is called Game Maker, where you actually kind of create the games for the environment. See here. The template that I started with for this model is actually a phoenix. It's a grayscale phoenix, so you actually have to kind of put in the color and any other sort of fun things you want to add to it. But yeah, there's definitely phoenixes. Alright, it's good enough for now. Okay. That's all uploaded, so let me go ahead and start my game maker. And I am kind of curious to see what it looks like in idle, just sitting there in the game maker anyways, with the emissions. And that's loading up right now. Let's give it one moment. Game maker's taking a little long to load up here. So, okay, there it goes. Finally. It's downloading something. as I'm sure many of you can appreciate, I like to wait till it gets past the login machine, you know, splash screen, so that way it doesn't show the characters in my login or anything, like the character numbers of logins, shit like that. So finally fucking went. Can I get the music up a little bit? I mean, how do you guys think about the music levels anyways? I'm mostly usually just kind of, I don't really, I can check a little bit, but I know it varies. But I know sometimes when I've checked it is a little bit low. So let me know if the music is a little low sometimes. Okay, so now I'm going to bring this in here. So this is Game Maker. This is where you actually put together like actual game experiences for people. Okay. So yeah, here's my big ass bird that I was just working on in the other program. Okay, it's going to the ground. Okay, I wanted to make sure that that is actually going into the ground. This would make a good mount whenever that actually becomes a thing. Is that one touching the ground? It seems like one of these isn't touching the ground. I want to make sure on that. So, alright. Looking pretty good. I can have so many of these things. This is dinosaur ancestors proud. Good. I want to jump up on top of it, but I can't. Wow, this guy's pretty hard to jump up on top of, actually. Wow. Who knows? Maybe in 7. I don't know. Oh, almost got on top right there. Yeah, pretty big and intimidating though, so that's kind of cool. I think the next... Okay, we need more lightning, of course. Next one's gonna go back and forward, I think. So it's gonna... You have these kind of go out more to the side. One go out to the front, and then that way to the back. Back over here, then maybe back over here, then loop. Loop. Okay. Fuck, there's a lot of time there. Holy shit. So I can have an electrical storm coming off this motherfucker with how much time is going on here. Yeah, which reminds me, I gotta turn off the collisions on those things. So okay, spark controller I don't think has any collisions right now already. Spark set 1 should not have any. No collisions. No collisions. No collisions. None at all. So once again, another one of those habits, good habits to get into. Starting now. Turning off nodes that you don't want to be part of the hitbox in the Game Maker. Well, I think wicked means like nasty, like you know, kind of like in a good way, you know. Let's see. So we have that go. Oh, wrong one. I'm in the wrong animation. Here we go. Yeah, exactly. That kind of context. This is kind of what I'm thinking. I'm trying to be economic on how many of the different controllers I have to make for the Spark sets, shall we say. So I might have the next one just start over from number 1. Yeah, let's do that. It's off there. Let's go to 4 seconds here. Okay. And here we go again. So this one's going to be more straightforward. Did I turn to the right one? Yes, there we go. Just making more lightning. Okay. So yeah, what I'm doing now is just adding more of the sparks to everything. So now I'm adding another set to come out forward after those other 3 sparks that we saw on the last animation there. Whoa, too far. Let's see, I'm copying these keyframes to have it like sit there for a moment before going back to its original position. Make sure all these keyframes, which I'm just duplicating now, go back over here, paste that shit. Okay, I don't know why that's not working, because I put in the wrong fucking spot and grabbed the wrong ones. So that's probably why. I said it. There we go. Okay, so now we should have that spark come out from the front. Bam. Alright, let's go backwards, Kelvin. Cool, glad you enjoyed it. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Alright. Let's look at that from a different angle here. That's pretty fun. That's pretty fun though, huh? Having this like bird sitting there sparking. It's kind of intimidating too. When you think about it. Yeah. Boxmaker Mark, redeeming the mystery voxel item. That's awesome. A lot of t-shirts and fucking jet skis in people's futures here. Let me tell you. Backwards now. So we need after that. Almost immediately after. Another one from the back. Yeah. There's a whole saga behind the jet ski. I have a model jet ski that will end up being one of the free giveaway items here at some point, but it's modeled for Sandbox, of course. Yeah, I can pull that up real quick actually. Let's so you can see what the fuck we're talking about. So right now you're like, jet ski? Huh? What the fuck? Wait, okay, it would be back there. Totally messed up. Okay, it's still here? No, it's boat. Okay, July. This is the jet ski model that we're talking about. So it was supposed to be made for the actual Sandbox game, for the creator fun stuff, as it's called, that I do. But they're like, they basically kind of said that it's like too sleek. You know what I mean? How you see this is very blocky, and so they want things to look more blocky. You know. That just moved. Okay, that's a little long. Okay, here we go. Sometimes when doing the lighting effect, I do like to kind of give myself this like 1 or 2 frame buffer of like static anchors. So if you see me doing that I'm being redundant on purpose. Yeah, the Sandbox wants more of that sort of like blocky, pixelated sort of style to it. One of the other studios here that we endorse and buddies of ours, Blaze Games, they've made some pretty sweet cars that kind of are more of that style of the jet ski. And it's like there's a couple different styles that people like, and so I wanted to see if they would allow something more like that Blaze Games Lambro style, but nope, like, fuck off. We want the blocky shit. That's fine though. Like I said, I just want to see. I'm not heartbroken. It's their game, not necessarily my art. But the jet ski now turned into my art, so now we all get to enjoy that art at some point. So that's kind of cool. Well, hey Leo, go on. Oh yeah, you're right, buddy. He needs some more food. Hold on one second. Gotta feed this cat. Alright. Kitty cat fed. Pixel cat. I was just thinking right now, it's gonna be fun. I have expect half dork to say he's gonna enter a tower defense game now. Watch when we go right over there. Watch, it's gonna be funny. Especially after yesterday's show, where he's like, maybe I will kind of do a thing on how to do a tower defense real fast. I bet. Watch. Wolf Zombie Blue Cell. In terms of the cat, voxel cat conundrum. Is that fucking reach to the ground? Okay, it is reach to the ground. Cool. Let's do this. Let me try this. Damn multi-select and its weirdness. Okay, let's see how this looks. Let's put them all together. See how it goes. It'll be nice when we can actually include some like the custom sound effects on our assets, because I kind of want to hear like a crackling or some shit on this one, you know. Trying to think of like which net direction next. Okay, probably back into the right side and back to the front left, so it loops back, goes to front right. So okay, 2 more directions at least here. Not yet. There's still, this is the whole Sandbox itself is still in alpha, and so there's still a lot of stuff that hasn't been implemented yet. And custom sound things are one of those that are coming soon, but not here yet. And so yeah, a lot of us are, there's a lot of things that a lot of us are still anticipating here, you know. Yeah, it will be cool to eventually be able to add the sound effects. We're not 100% sure how it's going to be implemented yet, so that's the other thing that we're all kind of waiting for. Pretty tremendous undertaking, like we're saying, like what everything's going on, like just like this software and the other software that all plugs into the game. There's like a lot of moving parts in that motherfucker, so it doesn't surprise me that some of these features take forever to implement, just because the programming involved is fucking tremendous. The rendering all happens in the game client, so like how what you're seeing here is like the raw files, and then so how, and then how you kind of seen how even the lightning looked a little different when I put it in the other program, and so that render does change things up a little bit, like the emissiveness, like on the eyes in the model here, for instance. Those are the things that you need to go back and forth and check when you're developing. And there actually are programs that will give you like a high quality render. Like a lot of us like to use Light Tracer. Then for like what we do for the Sandbox and the Creator Fund, like what I'm working is we'll submit renders and things like that too for showcases and stuff. Or like how the contest, like how I was doing the Playboy thing, like that'll have a render in that Light Tracer. Speaking of the Playboy one, I'm not necessarily against getting one of the rabbits. It's just the floor price right now kind of high. Yeah, Playboy also has a presence in the Sandbox. They have their own estate, and they're doing a contest right now in the Voxel Maker for a quote-unquote family-friendly Playboy-themed something. Um, and something is completely left open to interpretation, but it has to be family-friendly. So, which does have us laughing too. So this is. Yeah, they have their rabbits. There we go. Avatar project for that's going on, and they're pretty neat. They're pretty neat 3D creations. I think. I mean, they look kind of cool, and I can imagine box size versions will be pretty fun. But if I want to say the price was higher than the doggies, man, and at least those doggies are coughing up coins still, you know? It's all good. I haven't heard too much like the added price you get for having one of the bunnies isn't that much of recovery cost of the initial NFT. I think we're all kind of curious as to how it's going to work with some of the adult content. Yeah, I mean it's like there's only so you can only get so explicit with voxels too, anyways, and then plus there is certain terms of service use. Um, but if you really read the terms of service, it's not entirely PG. Like that's how I think there's a misnomer in the Sandbox community even about that. It's just the terms of service is stuff that most of us don't want to fucking see anyways. Let's put it that way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, jiggly polygons exactly. Like, yeah, see, like stuff like that's not necessarily against the rules. It's just I think just in this instance for this contest, they wanted to keep it kind of on the general audience level. Because yeah, I also can get probably real raunchy, real fucking quick in the contest in this arena. Yeah. Just gonna check this, finish this one out, check this, and then we're gonna do some more races before calling it a stream. And learning some more cool game maker techniques with Mr. Half Dork. I messed that up somewhere, didn't I? I did. Attraction. That's pretty funny. Hard on for cubes. It's gonna happen. I mean, because you have Playboy. I forgot there was one other. There's actually another company too that I think technically is like an adult theme company that has came in. Um, but it's kind of one of those that sort of slid under the radar. Kind of like how there was a bunch of other little companies that came out the land sales. Most of us, I don't even know what the fuck a lot of them do. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think I forgot. I don't remember who, but let's put it this way: one of the major IPs in the Sandbox also owns like something else too. Like so, I think, and it could even be Playboy, and that might be why they're there. So it's like one of these quote unquote wholesome IPs that are there. I think also own Playboy technically. Hey, Half Dork, welcome. Just making a Thunderbird here using the giant bird template. You know how it goes. You've seen the Phoenix in action, of course. So modified that, and I'm actually, adding some fucking lightning since it's a Thunderbird, Futurama added and Futurama Sandbox added. Huh. Yeah. No, like I said, I think that I think a lot of major IPs are eventually going to have a piece of the Sandbox. So, if you can get a land, go do it. Because it will be worth a fair amount of money, like good amount of money. How you hear the different real estate people kind of compare it to early Manhattan, you know. Now this is actually for the Creator Fund. After work, the one of the themes, the theme that I'm playing catch up on here is folklore, and so I'm using the Southwest folklore of the Thunderbird, which is like a mythical big black bird that they call it Thunderbird because its wings supposed to be so big that when it sounds like thunder when it swoops. I just decided to add the lighting element because scale wise you can't. It's hard to tell on Voxedit obviously, but it's going to be pretty big. But then just besides being like an oversized crow, like wanted to give it a little bit more, oomph. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you like lightning. So I'm trying to find like a comfortable rate here because with 11 seconds, like I said, I can create a fucking electrical storm with that much time. Okay, then one more out to this side over here. But I'll save that for next time. Oh, wow, I just did that. I didn't need to. Let's save this here. Let's bring back up some marble, shall we? Where the fucking marbles go? Here we go. Woo! Oh yeah, I'll switch back to the box set real quick since half dork. So let me show you this. Because I know that it's a gray area in terms of using the Playboy logo or not, but I'm doing a shirt project for Outer Studios or with Outer Studios, and I want to see if I can get like the logo in that small space to be equipped on the chest, and it's possible. And it's also possible to make that motherfucker go like this. So you're damn right, we're gonna see some pretty sweet animated shirts done through myself and Outer Studios here pretty soon. So there's also Playboy on the back. So I thought it was pretty successful test so far. And yeah, it gives me a bunch of ideas for other cool designs that kind of make them spin and undulate and glow and blink and all this other kind of cool stuff. So it's exactly what I was hoping to kind of get to in relation to this novelty shirt shop that I'm developing in conjunction with Outer Studios. So kind of fun, kind of cool. We'll see if I get disqualified. So. Because I said there's like a gray area with is the logo usable or not. Like I was reading the rules, and it doesn't say you can't. It just says you can. It can only be for the contest and not for resale afterwards, etc., etc. So all right, we got some marbles back up. Feel free to vote for some new ones, do favorites. Voting is active, so exclamation point vote and the number you want to see, and we'll jump right in that motherfucker. For heading to Homie Half Dork's channel, get into some Game Maker. I didn't get into Game Maker today. I mean, I wanted to try to get into it on stream, at least a little bit, but all good, you know. That's awesome. Your mom knows. She does, doesn't she? Woke, apparently. So we got hard landing, voted for. Give it a moment, see who else might want to vote on something. Nah, I'll pick a couple. Well, yeah, there's actual rules on, because it is an officially sponsored contest. Like, so yeah, I can't necessarily go and mint this motherfucker. But submitting it for the contest is one thing. And I think maybe even theoretically, like, especially if I took off the Playboy and it was just the bunny part, like, I think it was just for my account, it probably wouldn't be an issue. But like how I was joking, half joking, saying like how I removed the bow tie, that is just a bunny fucking head. You know what I mean? So, there's things like that. But for this contest, it's an actual Playboy contest official to the Sandbox. There's some rules on there, etc. But the rules don't specifically say don't do the logo. The competition isn't to make the logo though. I'm gonna pick Coils of Power. Alright, any other suggestions for maps? Yeah, or exactly. Flip it horizontally. Lawsuit done. But yeah, I'm not necessarily looking to create a knockoff of it. It really was just to kind of, it really is to submit to this competition as this short idea, and then it was also to kind of just test like making certain icons in that like 18 voxel by 13 voxel space that the chest can kind of do comfortably. Yeah. Oops. See, which number is alienated again? Let's do alienated. How am I not seeing it? Oh, hey, I'm not seeing it here. Oh, there it is. Number 37. Okay, let's get going. We got 10 minutes half dark time, a little less than 10 minutes half dark time. We gotta get this ball rolling, pun intended. So, exclamation point play, chat. Get some more marbles going. Hard landing. This is a pretty fun one. I think this is the one with the big jump, if I'm not mistaken. I apparently have the fastest time on our stream anyways at 1 minute 52 seconds. Fastest time ever though. It's a little over a minute. It's 6 seconds. So it's kind of one of those maps where it could be kind of quick or take for fucking ever, kind of. The channel point bet thing is kind of fun though. Like, so I'm seriously considering, you know, adding that at some point too. Just like I want to get, I want to get the fancy, you know, video cues and stuff like Half Dork has on his channel too, of course. I've done a little bit of looking into that. I just haven't had a chance to set up my overlays and such to kind of be able to do it where it works like it's supposed to, you know. Hey Panda, welcome. Just finishing up the stream with some quick marbles round before heading into Half Dork, getting into some Game Maker coolness. We were just doing a bunch of Vox editing, making a Thunderbird. Alright, any last minute entries here? Want to jump in? We got 3 races. There's always a chance to win a prize each race, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, and everyone likes the sparkly, bright thunder stuff, or lightning sparks that come off of stuff. And I don't mind making it, that's for sure. So, alright, let's get this fucking race going. Woo! Down the big funnel thing like most of these start with. See who comes out first. Round and round we go. Oh yeah, I remember this one. This one's pretty fun. Wow, everyone's taking forever in the funnel today. Round and round. Still going around and round. Still going around and round. Holy crap. Well, longest funnel segments I've seen so far. We know we've all played a lot of marbles this motherfucker. Still going around and round. Wow, even my fastest time just barely got out. Oh, here comes Half Dork though. Half Dork said enough of this nonsense. There's games to be game made and game maker and oh, Panda's stuck still. Oh, that goes. A lot of times my marble's stuck way at the back too. Oh, here comes the big jump. This is always fun. Let's watch the big jump. We all need a 420 boost sometimes, don't we? Half Dork. Oh no! It's really sticky. Yeah, sticky marble today. That's why I say usually my marble can be pretty sticky too. Oh look, making up the look at that. Zooming right past Woke Zombie too, and Wicked You too. Look at him. Panda's like, no, I don't want to be denied. This is bullshit. Until you just popped off the track. Novlerk though. That's pretty funny. You just dug all the way back only to just fall off the map. Novlerk comes in with the steady pace, taking this race. That's what Novlerk does though. Like consistent work, you know. Got Nick Skull in second. Rigby and Half Dork came in fourth after all, after having a pretty strong opening there. So that's going to be worth 22 points for Novlerk. Got 15 for Nick Skull. Let's go on to Coils of Power. This one could be even more treacherous. Those coils really do try to kill you. So, exclamation point play. Get race number 2 of 3 going. We got 7 in so far. And 8. I think Half Dork is getting his stream queued up here, so it took a little too long for get Half Dork in this motherfucker. That's cool. Know how it is. Gotta get prepared for the streams, do a little stretching, get the drink ready, you know, do some push-ups. I don't know, not really. Slam the beer, whatever it is. Oh, hey, he is here. Awesome. You know, I think we are just gonna let's fucking go because we gotta get your stream going. So I want to make sure that you're able to watch your own marble. And we're off. Let's see who survives. It's one of those that sometimes you have no winner. You gotta do 100 push-ups, yeah, exactly, right? And then slam the beer, okay? Especially at 8 in the morning, you know? Yeah, and you'll see during the raid, you might hear it, you know, about Woke Zombie and Half Dork sharing a needle, so you never know. Everyone has their rituals, right? Everyone pre-game rituals. And at least Panda isn't stuck at the tunnel this time, or the funnel. It's Nobbler who's stuck in the funnel this time. But Woke Zombie is already like, you know what, I'm out of here. See what I mean? This is a very dangerous map. Uh-oh, uh-oh. George just fell off. George just fell off too. Since we're working with all the lightning. Oh no, there goes Half Dork and his flashy purple marble. Oh, Nobbler's still making his way slowly down the ramp. Nick Skull, oh no, Nick Skull just fell off too. Like oh, there goes I went, there goes Boxmaker Mark. Only Panda, Wicked, and Nobbler are still alive. Panda looks like it's got a green charge there. Oh, runs into the block. Okay, alright, it's only Nobbler and Panda now. Nobbler's slowly making his way around the coils, which are, you know, the worst part. So everyone's dead except for Nobbler, Panda Pops. Yeah, you want to go slow and steady, right? You see what happens to everyone who's been rushing. Looks like Panda's gonna make her way down the rest of these coils. Looking pretty good. Nobbler still taking his time. And it looks like we got Panda as our winner. And now we just gotta see if Nobbler will beat the fire, you know? Nobbler's still working his way down. Let's see what happens. Oh, here comes the fire though. Here's where it gets suspenseful. Uh-oh, I don't think you're gonna make it. I don't know, Nobbler. I don't think it's gonna happen. Oh, and Wicked gets swallowed and consumed by the fire. Panda, the only sole survivor. A lot of points. Look at that. That might even put you in first. It does. That puts Panda Pops in first for the Grand Prix. Albert close behind though. So let's go on the last race. And remember, it's alienated. So that means if you get abducted, which is the orange beam, you'll get the random alien themed NFT voxel item of some kind yet to be announced. Well, it's probably going to be a little gray alien t-shirt, because as you're seeing, the t-shirts are all fat these days. Let me check and see if Half Dork is loaded up yet. If so, we'll do the multi-stream thing. And Mr. Half Dork is up. Let's do this. You know how we like to multi-stream after all. So yeah, exclamation point play. Last race of the Grand Prix. Right now, Panda Pops is in the lead. Here's a chance for someone to catch up though. So let's go ahead and get Half Dork's feet up for now. In the meantime, so we can multi-stream a little bit.
I still gotta set up a new way to spend those babies.
Alright, we got 8.
So with our pixelized skin tone, this color is kind of disorienting. So I wanted to find one like right out of the box.
Half Dork's in Voxedit today. That's fun. Alright, we got another one. Alright, let's go ahead and get this first started, shall we? So we get the raid going.
I guess this is what we're gonna work with. So I'm gonna go ahead and save this. So all I did was drag and drop the PNG in there. So we're gonna do pixelized texture, and I'm going to import it to Voxedit.
And we're off.
So we'll go find it in its folder.
There's our UFO. I like to run into it. Ugh. Run into it again. Ugh. Okay. Alright, done running into the UFO.
Voxedit, imports.
Nick Skull has the fastest time so far on this map for the stream. So far, Nick is out ahead of his own twist ball.
Enjoy yourselves.
Yeah, we're gonna be raiding Half Dork's channel, who was here a little bit moment ago, and Nuts is in the corner right now.
This week.
We're here and talking.
Just letting you guys know now because I've been feeling not burnt out, but just like in need of an extra break, just to like put my mind at rest.
Well, no one's been abducted yet.
Pix texture.
Keeper top shot. Going to try and make his way to the cornfield.
Need some extra sleep? Probably some. I did get enough rest last night. Basically, I've been going to bed early. Part of what has ruined my sleep has been the Gamay show. Like, I'm not blaming the Gamay show.
That's pretty funny. A lot of, of course, Half Dork here talking about the Gamay show.
But I stay up extra late because of it. And as we know, those shows usually go till 12:30.
Uh-oh, am I getting abducted?
Take care of yourself. Thank you, Wet Noodle.
I am getting abducted.
That reminder.
And there I go. I can't really give myself that surprise though, so.
To reflect.
Keeper's got a huge lead though, look at that. And in contention for the fastest time. Let's see what happens. We do have the moving basket at the end, so let's see how it goes. Oh, Keeper, it looks like you're probably gonna be in there,
so
but not gonna get that fastest time.
And then we're
just
basically
behind
going to attach to each of his body parts.
Keeper, oh, Woke Zombie just got launched in the fucking air.
So that might take some time.
Oh, land back on the track though. Wow, that was a lucky bounce.
So I'm going to take keyframes here, and we're going to make a new idle pose, which will be the default idle.
Oh, I do.
Rest
Don't worry about
that. Work last.
I
mean, that's usually what happens.
Wow.
Mark.
That was pretty funny.
With me being like a procrastinator, I would say I kind of
Keep the top shot with the
the
win.
creative process like in my mind, and then just kind of the
Nobbler
last couple
second,
days.
Rookie 2 third.
That's usually how it works.
George coming in fourth. Let's see what the Grand
So we're gonna
Prix
take that idle
ends up being.
pose. And I'm gonna duplicate it. This will be idle backup.
Keep your top shot
And
number
I'm
3.
just going to click the control node
10
and
pops
paste.
2.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Nobbler
So we're gonna be working
with
from
the
this pose.
win.
And now I'm gonna be adding nodes
Nice.
all across. Pretty much every main body piece is gonna have its own node. We're gonna do head
So
P.
another win for the Nobbler.
We'll go ahead and take a look at how
Okay,
big
cool.
it's gonna be.
Let's go ahead and get this raid queued up over
I'm
here.
gonna rotate it.
And thanks everyone for hanging out and having fun, as always. As you can see, it's starting to get back to normal here in terms of time and consistency. Even a little longer than usual now. Now that Cyber Phoenix has shifted their time a little bit.
Shrink it down a little bit more. I might even
Which
just
is
take
cool.
this palette
Dig it.
and
Dig it
recreate
because chance to get into more
everything.
things, you know.
So we'll do pix 2 here.
So we're gonna hang out with Half Dork now.
As we saw when I tried to shrink
Doing
it again.
some
all
Magica
of our
slash
squares got a little
Voxedit
bit
today, so that's
jumbled.
kind of fun. I'm sure we'll get back into some Game Maker
Tricky,
too.
that's what happens.
But yeah, very cool, very cool. Yeah, and can't wait to see everyone again tomorrow, of course. So let's go hang out
Go
with
for those
Half
flesh
Dork,
tones.
learn some more cool
it's,
shit,
pixelated
new
skin.
techniques, have
It's
more
gonna be
fun
quite the monstrosity.
with the memes, you know, etc., etc. Thank you everyone once again. Always fun times. Let's keep the Sandbox flames going here over at Half Dork.
But it's
See
gonna be
ya.
like a use your imagination type of asset. Jayona, welcome in. How are you? On too late for you, I hear that, Wet Noodle. OG in the house. Welcome in, OG Shakespeare. Welcome in, Raiders. How's it going?